Hey guys, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today we are going to do your June 6, 6 energy portal reading. Now keep in mind it's a general reading, which means it cannot possibly apply to every single person that is watching. But if you would like a personal reading, all of the information will be pinned in the comment section below. In case you are new to the channel, welcome, come on in. And in case you're returning, thank you for joining me again today. And I hope that you guys are doing well. So today is a really big one for me. I always do energy. In case you guys don't know, I am doing a discount reading sale. Like I said, the link will be pinned in the comment section below for the 6/6 energy portal. I always do or try to do sales when we have double numbers because it has a double influence for that energy. Whatever that number is associated with, it doubles the influence of that energy. But for today specifically, it takes it to another level because 6 is also associated with the planet Venus, which is ruled by Friday. Today is Friday. So this 6/6 does fall on Friday. It's associated with the planet Venus. So it's a very strong link to that energy and all things that are tied to the energy of Venus, which we'll talk about in a second. But I want to first get into the song that I got for us today in regards to the reading. The song that I got was The Sweetest Thing by the Refugee Camp All-Stars. Now, I was today years old and I'm ashamed of myself because I love Lauryn Hill's music, the Fugees, but I didn't know that the Fugees Camp All-Stars didn't have the original artist in it. So that's very interesting. So we'll get into the zodiac signs because they may resonate for you or someone that you may need to forward this message to. We have a Gemini, of course, that's Lauryn Hill, and we are currently in Gemini season. Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Libra. So you yourself or someone that you are associated with that you may need to send this message to, or that is somewhere close in your life that affects things that take place in your life, could be a Gemini, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and specifically Venus for sure, because again, today is the day that rules, is associated with Venus. The year 1997 could resonate for someone out there as well. That song, to my knowledge, came out in 1997. So you could have been born in 1997. You could have a child who was born in 1997. Or there could have been something in regards to your love life that took place in 1997. Like you could have gotten married or something to that nature. Because there's a strong association with love, of course, because of the planet Venus. Now, speaking of planets, I do want to also, because I try to give you guys heads up about certain things astrologically and cosmically speaking. We will have a full moon June 11th. That falls on a Wednesday. Wednesday is associated with the planet Mercury. Mercury is associated with communication, mental, data, transportation, studies, things of that nature. So on that full moon, because you guys know during the full moon, the veil is thin. You can see things completely different than you initially did because there's nothing barring you from seeing things clearly. There's no type of illusion. There's no type of smoke screen around the situation. So when we talk about Mercury, you could have a lot of conversations during that time because Mercury is communication for sure, and thoughts and dreams. On around the time of that full moon, again, that is June 11th, you can have a lot of conversations or dreams or premonitions or downloads about feelings associated with your past. I feel like a lot of people are going to have very, very, very active dream states. And I feel like for some of you all, you're going to be having downloads of you speaking to ancestors or people who have crossed over. I don't feel like it's going to cause you fear. I feel like it's going to be actually a very positive thing because you're going to get a lot of clarity. You're going to feel like a lot of things that you didn't have answers to, you're going to have answers to at this time. And I definitely feel like that because of the fact, especially the song that I got today, The Sweetest Thing. I feel like the messages that you are getting or you will be receiving, even if it's not from ancestors or spirit guides, just your dreams, is going to be very peaceful. It's going to put you at peace. It's going to make you realize that things are getting ready to flow smoothly in your life. I feel like a lot of you all are going to see visions of things like just being very positive, new home, new car, new relationship, or if your current relationship, things just transitioning into a more peaceful state. I feel like that for a lot of us out there, okay? So you guys know I usually have a spirit animal, but I don't have a spirit animal today. We're going to talk about the number 6 because, again, we have that double 6 energy, so it must be addressed, okay? So the association with the number 6 is associated with love, harmony, balance, responsibility, nurturing qualities of a mother figure, beauty, material comfort, of course, the planet Venus, Friday in your home and your hearth. So during this time, you may feel an influx of a desire to focus on those type of energies. And I feel like for a lot of y'all today, it's just going to be a lot of contemplation about a lot of those topics, a lot of those matters, or you'll see significant changes just specifically today. And I always tell you guys, the energy lingers, okay, for a lot of times from one portal to another, because those double numbers, those are portals, okay, it just is. So from one portal to another, so from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 things like that, you may feel like you are in that energy. Also, I'm being told to tell you guys that we still, even outside of 6/6, okay, June 6th, we are still in a 6-month. So Fridays may be days of good luck because, again, Friday is associated with the number 6, is associated with the planet Venus. So all through the month of June, you may want to tap into that Friday energy, okay? You may want to really tap into that. And the way that you do that is like by honoring it. I want to talk about some things with that also, because if you are a crystal wearer or if you're new to crystals and things like that, you can honor that energy by wearing stuff like rose quartz, jade, emerald, copper, because I'm thinking about the second word, copper, opal, and diamonds, okay? That energy, wearing that energy increases and raises the vibration. If you are not someone who is into crystals and things like that, that's fine. No big to do. But they're saying like on that day specifically to honor that energy and call in the positivity that's associated with it, wear those crystals, have those crystals around you, put those crystals in your wallet. I always do, okay? So again, rose quartz, jade, emerald, copper, opal, and diamonds. Also make sure you look at your zodiac sign. A lot of people don't know this, but certain zodiac signs don't really play well with certain type of crystal energy. So look that up before you jump into it, because that may not be a good crystal for you. Okay, so just look into that. So let's get into some names. First, middle, last name, street name, business name, location, and we have a couple of numbers here. So of course, Lauren, Jess or Jesse, John, Jermaine, but I'm getting Jermaine with a G, not a J, Samuel, Williams, of course, Hill, the number 7, full moon energy. And I'm saying full moon because from when I looked at Lauren Hill's chart, she was born on a full moon. So you yourself may have been born on a full moon, or this full moon energy may be very important for you guys. And I feel like it is for a lot of you all. This is like a preview, an overhead to like pay attention to your energy, pay attention to what you want to manifest or release during this time, because I was guided to talk about the full moon that we have coming up June 11th. Okay. New Jersey, orange. Someone may fancy the color orange. That may be something that is resonating for you all right now. If that is the case, you may be needing to focus on your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is the orange orb when we look at the power energy grid for the human body. So you may need to focus on that energy. And you guys know your sacral chakra houses your sexual organs. So some of you all may need to do some sexual healing. Some of you all may need to do some sexual detoxing. Some of you all may need to abstain from sex for a while so that you can cleanse and balance your energy. You know how that resonates, so put it where it applies. The number 8, Noel, Marley, Sarah, Valerie, of course, the number 6. Someone may also have 6 children. Lauren Hill has 6 children. Joshua, Zion, and David. And speaking of Zion, Zion is an association of many things. It's association with the kingdom of heaven. So someone may be having questions around this time, not about the physical home, because keep in mind 6 is associated with the home and hearth. Someone may be questioning and wondering, what is heaven like? What, not saying like you want to leave earth, but you just maybe questioning, what is heaven like? What do I need to do to get to the point where I know for a fact when the gates open, I'm gonna be able to walk in, stroll in there confidently. Everyone won't be thinking about that, but for some of y'all, like I said, we do have that full moon energy that's coming up. So that may be a lot of stuff that you guys are thinking about, or a lot of people are starting to contemplate. Like, even if it's not specifically that, you may be questioning, have I lived a fulfilling life that when I pass, I know everything will be peaceful. I know I will be transitioning into tranquility because I've done everything I could in this lifetime. I've been absolutely positive. I've tried to do my best. I've been loving. I've been nurturing, you know, male or female. Some of you all may be thinking about that during this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the reading. Now, we have the planet Venus, right? Let's see, because I wasn't guided on which specific card to take. I'm going to change cards from the top to the bottom first before we get started. Okay, I'm hearing the Empress. I'm hearing the Empress. So we're going to get the Empress, the card that comes before, and the card that comes after, and then we'll get clarifiers for the collective. Currently at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords. So I feel like protection, during this time for a lot of y'all, there's going to be a big focus on protection in regards to your home. A king lives in a castle, and he is the guardian of that castle, right? He is the head of that castle. So I feel like for a lot of y'all, there's going to be really strict focus on your home and the people who inhabit it. They're also saying, like, don't be so strict. Let down your guard, smile, laugh, because he has an intense energy. Even sitting, resting, he looks like he's ready to turn up. He's already armed. Watch your words during this time. Okay, you got swords, communication, and mental, because you could be coming off very defensive, I'm getting for some of you all. Also, for those of you who are single, especially if you are a female, you may be meeting a male Gemini during this time frame. Could be a Libra as well, because we did get Libra and Gemini both when I was talking about the members of the refugee camp All-Star. So Gemini and Libra energy stands out for you. If you are single, you could be meeting someone that is a Gemini or a Libra before Gemini season wraps up. And for those of you who are masculines, you may have a lot of admirers during this time. Like, you just give off an air of confidence, certainty, wealth, abundance. And it's not just about people wanting to be in your pockets and things like that. I'm just getting like you give off a regal energy. Those purples, that purple that he's wearing, purple and blue, is associated with royalty. I'm also getting somebody could be signing a contract associated with their royalties also, like some monies that is owed for some works that you have done. I'm definitely getting a signing of some type of contract. And also, I want to tell you guys, because today is, of course, associated with the planet Venus. You guys know I have my diffuser here. I always have it going when I'm doing my readings because it adds to the energy. It helps with the ambiance and the manifestation of that energy. Some of y'all need to buy flowers every Friday until June wraps up. Again, that's calling in that energy, because the rose is strongly linked and associated with the planet Venus and the number 6. Okay, I have a rose tattoo here. I feel like for a lot of y'all, something with roses. Somebody's nickname is Rose or Rosie. You may, if you're not going to buy roses, if you are like me and you like to have your diffuser for your energy and the ambiance around you, you may want to go ahead and get you some rose, you know, essential oil. And I did put that in there before we got started so I could heighten the energy for our reading today. So you may want to tap into that as well, because I was just guided to stop and speak on that. So let's see. Again, we want the Empress, the card that comes before and the card that comes after. And then we'll get clarifiers for the collective. Currently at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. So for a lot of you all, currently right now, it may feel like things are very difficult in your love life, your home life, your family situation. Because keep in mind, when I was talking about the number 6, it talks about harmony and balance. So I feel like if you're going through this right now, that's getting ready to change for you all. You're going to have balance. You may have been through a very, very difficult time. This year may have started off very tumultuous and difficult for you, or, you know, you've just been feeling that. Possibly even since Aries season, because you do have fire here. And Aries is the first fire sign season of the year and the only one we've gotten to so far. Aries season is March, April time frame. So that may resonate for some of you all. You could be an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, specifically Sun. And also keep in mind the number 9. 2025 is a 9 year. So you may have felt like this year has just been horrible. And I mean really, really rough in regards to those topics. Like you feel like there's no harmony in your life. You feel like you have too much responsibility, because keep in mind 6 is also associated with responsibility. It feels like you're taking on everything by yourself and you feel defeated. But again, I definitely feel like that's going to change for a lot of you all, because I do feel like we are entering a great season of manifestation. That's definitely what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get the Empress. Yeah, you're going to have options. 7 of Cups, illusion, confusion, feeling scattered, but also having options, and looks what's right in the middle. Was I not just talking about that? I was literally just talking about that. A lot of you all, look, put it out into the universe. When you want to manifest things, you need to surround yourself with like energy. That's just facts. You wouldn't say that you want to be wealthy in life, but you keep surrounding yourself with things that make you feel impoverished. That's not how you manifest. You manifest by having energy around you that that helps add to what it is that you want to call into your life, So again, we want the Empress, the card that comes before and the card that comes after for the collective. And then we will get clarifiers. So again, the Empress. And this is far, far back. So it lets me know, like, for a lot of y'all, like I said, it's been a long time coming. But you're on the path. You know why? Because here it is right here. I see it. So you have the Empress. Right in front of that, you got the Two of Wands. You're getting ready to enter a new path, okay? Great things and a great season of manifestation is here. And it's like the path is being lit for you all. There's two paths here, but the light shines only on one, okay? He's not in, he or she, put it where it applies for your situation, is not on the path at all. So a lot of you all are just kind of standing stagnant. It feels like things are not moving forward for you all, and that could very well be the case, but that's not going to be the case for much longer because, again, the light is shining through to a path here. It's landing there. Okay, some of y'all may find some money. I'm also getting, is that a buck there? You may find a couple of bucks on the ground. You may, I'm also getting, like, for, you know how sometimes you'll put money in your pocket or something like that. You wash clothes and you end up finding that money in your pocket. You forgot the damn money was there. Some of you guys may win some money on scratch-offs. I have to say disclaimer for YouTube purposes. I'm not telling you to gamble, but if you do, you may win a couple bucks. More than a couple bucks. Somebody may win a couple $100, possibly $300, $200, $300, because you got a 2 here and the Empress is a 3. So $200, $300. Hell, somebody I'm also hearing now may win $600. On the lower end, somebody may win $66. Also, if you plan on playing a lotto, you may want to play numbers of 6s and 3s. 6, 2s, and 3s. I'm getting that as well. Okay, I'm also hearing 9s. So combination 6, 2, 9, 3. Make sure you're using that if you want to play the lotto. I'm getting that as well. So Two of Wands, need to choose a destination or a direction to go in. Like I said, if you feel lost during this time, you're going to get clarity. And I definitely feel like around the time of the full moon on June 11th, you're going to be guided which direction to go in. There's been some hardship because you got hills and mountains here. Mountains and hills talk about hurdles and challenges that you have to get over. The Spirit is saying, like, you don't have to get over no more mountains because we coming through for you. It's coming right through both of those mountains. So yeah, you getting ready to have a transition with your luck, especially with your home life. Because if you look, it looks like he's without a home. He's just on this journey, a continuous journey, like a hermit, if you will, because he's there alone. But Spirit is saying you're never alone. A lot of y'all may see, like, start to see a lot of different spirit animals popping up, because up here you have birds. Okay, like I said, a buck, isn't that what that is? You have a squirrel, you have a rabbit, so you have quite a few different animals, and you rarely have that in these cards where you have so many different types of animals. So you may see a lot of different spirit animals, 4 possibly. Or you may see the same animal 4 times. They're telling you to look that up. So say, for instance, if you keep seeing rabbits, and rabbits is about luck and abundance, so that's a blessing. Say, for instance, you keep seeing rabbits. Every time you look up, you see a rabbit. A picture of a rabbit, a commercial with a rabbit, a logo with a rabbit. I'm seeing somebody with some rabbit socks. That's interesting. Like, you know, if you go to the Dollar Tree or something like that, they have like those socks. Get those socks, man. Represent that energy. If you see that, you need to look up that spirit animal, because there's a very specific message for you. Do not overlook it, because you keep seeing it for a reason. That's your spirit guides trying to give you messages. A lot of people think that you're going to hear it just very clearly, like how you hear me talking. That's not always the case, especially when you're starting a new journey. Because damn, as you see how the card keep flipping out my hand. I mean, somebody feels like they don't have control over their journey. It's just flipping all over the place. So that may be how you feel. But especially when you first start your journey, you don't always hear those messages so clearly. They start to show you or give you messages with synchronicities, numeric synchronicities, spirit animals. I mean, this card just flipping and flopping all over the damn place. So it's like, yeah, for a lot of y'all, you feel like, oh, okay, thank you. So I'm also hearing like there may, like, something on your spiritual journey has flipped. Like something's completely different. You thought you were meant to go on this path, but Spirit is saying, oh, no, no, no. Let's go this way. And it's going to be best for you. It's definitely what's best for you. You have the Empress. Okay, let's talk about, like I said, some of you guys will definitely see rabbits. You have a rabbit here. And then right here you have a rabbit also. Again, rabbits talk about luck, abundance, and fertility. So there could be some pregnancy news coming up in June. Someone can find out that they're pregnant. Someone can give birth in June. Somebody could be celebrating their child's birth, like a child's birthday in June. If your birthday is in June, you may have been born in the year of the rabbit. So this is definitely a double message for you as well. And then I told you, you're going to have stability and abundance. Absolutely, positively. And you got another goddamn rabbit. Oh my God. You got 3 rabbits here. Look at that. Rabbit. 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 You got 3 rabbits. Okay. Luck and abundance is got, wow. I just said you got 3 rabbits, and then you have the 3 of wands. 1, 2, 3, and then you get a ship. Okay, something very positive is coming in. Your ship is coming in. When the pirates go out to sea, right? Just thinking about that whole narrative. When the pirates go out to sea, what are they searching for? Abundance. They're searching for treasure. They're searching for wealth. And I feel like it's coming in because that ship is coming towards you. So you have some like amazing stuff coming in as far as your money. The Ace of Pentacles always makes me think about the foundation of your home also. So someone is changing the narrative in regards to what's going on in their home situation, or they're saying like you need to, and if you do, it's going to make things more abundant. There's going to be a lot of positivity surrounding that. It's interesting because you got the 2 of wands and then you got the 3 of wands. So 2 to 3 things are escalating on a positive note. You know, this is very positive. I do also feel like someone is going to be acquiring a luxury item, foreign car, nice home. There's something where there's an upgrade. Somebody could be getting a bonus at work, a status change here for sure. Like a job title change. Someone's going to be making more money. Someone's definitely going to be making more money for sure. Let's go ahead and shuffle and get our clarifiers for the 2 of wands as well as the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, something's getting ready to happen with money. And I definitely get something with pregnancy and children. I said somebody may be celebrating their child. I feel like a young child. A child's birthday. Okay. And then also you see where she has this pentacle is almost like a baby bump. So someone may be finding out that they're pregnant. Or someone could be saying, okay, I'm ready to plan. You know, let's try to have a child. If you notice, they're in a doorway. So this is like a doorway of opportunity, something very positive aligning. And it's interesting because this is the 10 of Pentacles. But remember, I was talking about that strong 6 energy right here in this doorway alone. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 only in that doorway. So I'm going to say again, a lot is going on with the home. This is technically a doorway also. Portals are doorways. Was I not talking about 6 is an energy portal? That's why we're doing an energy portal reading. So this is so crazy. I think it's dope. If you really look at it, like right where the doorway is, just all in this area. You have 3 here, 3 here, that is 6. So yeah, a lot of stuff with your home is getting ready to change. Somebody may want to relocate. Someone may be thinking about leaving the state. I don't know what resonates with this, but I'm hearing there's a state that has a 6 in it, or something with 6 rhymes with 6. I can't think about that immediately, but it may resonate with that somehow. Or 6 states over from where you currently reside. Also, someone is going to move into a unit that is number 6 or 66. Someone is turning 66 this year. Someone's born in 1966. I'm also getting someone's office maybe on a 6th floor, or you may be transitioning and working now on a 6th floor. Wherever you work, you may be on a 6th floor now. Unit 6. Your shift may change to where you're getting off at 6 o'clock at night, or you're starting off at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting that as well. So, yep, victory. As soon as I parted, Ace of Swords, truth, clarity, knowledge, wisdom, victory. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier for the 2 of Wands as well as the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Swords upright. Again, status change. She's someone of prominence and of power, has high status and high regard. And this is also associated with Gemini. We are currently in Gemini season. I definitely feel like you're going to know, before Gemini season wraps up, you're going to know which direction to go in. That's for sure. You're going to be guided on the right path. Someone is very scared, and it's going to make sure your family is protected and safe. Whatever this new transition is, it's going to bring a situation back to life. You may have felt like there was a lot of stagnancy because these people are in caskets, but they are being brought back to life. Okay, a family dynamic, because you have two families here. Okay, also outside of your intimate home, like your personal home with your children, your partner, if you don't have a partner, just you and your family that lives with you directly, there could be a alignment between you and family members that you haven't spoken to in a while. That could be playing out as well, because I'm looking at, my eye keeps going to this, and this is like a sneaky little weasel right here. I feel like you may feel like somebody did you shady. Somebody was sneaky as hell. You may need to address that. I feel like you will address it. There's no elephants in here, but I'm hearing like there's the elephant in the room between you and this person. And communicating about what happened is going to serve to help you and this person establish some type of peace. That pentacle is a peace. So I feel like establish peace. Doesn't mean that you have to forgive them. Doesn't mean you ever have to trust them, but it's closure is what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier for that Two of Wands. Back to the same thing. You guys will watch me shuffle. Queen of Swords. Again, before Gemini season wraps up, something needs to be addressed. Look at her face. She's not very happy. So it looks like somebody kind of pissed you off. Look at her. Look like she got that tight lip. I don't know about you all, but growing up, you had that grandmother when you do something you ain't got no business doing, especially when you at church, they ball their lip up like, look, if you don't sit down, you're going to get it right before they pinch you or something like that. Okay, and I'm also getting like life. You could feel like life is pinching you, like, or you could feel like somebody pinched me, because this can't be happening. This can't be real. But I don't feel like negatively, not with this energy. It's like you can't believe that this is actually happening right now. Everything that you were hoping for is coming through for you. And I claim that for every single one of you all. I always tell you guys to leave in the comment section what you claim, but I most definitely claim this for you. I claim this abundance. I claim the clearing of this path, because it's like without the shadow of a doubt, there's no shadow on that path. There's light on your path. Ooh. Claim it. Now, I'm going to tell you at this point, leave it in the comment section. I'll tell you guys all the time, put it in all caps. I see the light on my path. I see the light on my path. Claim that, because if you don't acknowledge what it is that's for you, it won't come about, you know. So I claim I see the light on my path. And if you feel like you don't see it, but you don't ever speak that in a negative, you know, connotation, you want to say, I claim the light on my path. I see it. I'm hearing say it 3 times. Put that out into the universe. I claim the light on my path. I see it. I claim the light on my path. I see it. I claim the light on my path. I see it. That's accepting the guidance that Spirit is trying to give to you. And that's interesting, because as I'm doing this reading, my sister is calling me. She is a Leo. So some of you all could be Leos that this message is for. So let's get a clarifier for the Two of Wands. Universal. Okay. I said Leo. Look what's peeking up right here. None other than Leo. Hello. Did I say somebody can end up finding out they're pregnant? I'm going to say again, if you have been going through a hard time financially, nothing trumps Major Arcana. The Sun is the most positive card in the whole entire deck of tarot. In reverse, he is facing the Sun. So if you are having a hard time, especially with this, okay, because this is clarifying the Two of Wands. If you are having a hard time with making something work, the Eight of Pentacles is actual 9 of 5, putting it into work, okay? Setting a foundation for work. If you are having a hard time establishing employment, an opportunity is coming about for you, okay? You are getting ready to start a new job. If you are currently in a job that you are unhappy with, again, there's a new opening that's coming in. If you've been applying, this could also be like you're going to be leaving your current job. As far as home, because it looks like he's taking his small just satchel and he's leaving home. For some of you all, it definitely makes me feel like it was time for you to leave anyway. It just felt like you were doing everything in that home. Or it was too much to manage in that home. You see how he has this hammer? Like, there may have been a lot of issues with the home, electric issues, foundation, because I was talking about foundation with the Ace of Pentacles. Like, there could have been issues with the foundation at a home. Electric, you know, you guys know that stuff is like thousands of dollars, hundreds and thousands of dollars to fix a lot of that stuff. You may have constantly been going through that same cycle, and you're just like, okay, it's time for me to relocate, because I'm just putting so much money and I'm losing money. Because right, he's stacking it up. In reverse, you feel like I'm just losing so much money investing into this property, especially if it's a rental. If it's a rental, you're like, I'm just putting so much money into this property and I don't I don't even own it. So why am I doing that? Because say for instance, like me, like I'm renting a home. So I'm responsible for anything that needs to get fixed here because yeah, I'm renting it, but it's not like an apartment where you would have a landlord who comes fix this, comes fix that. You may have a situation like that yourself. And it's like you may put so much money into it and you're like, this is a waste. It's time for me to go on a new direction. Right now, for a lot of y'all, like I said, because 6 is also associated with your home and your heart, you may start looking into your credit, because this could be looking into your credit, okay? Seeing what moves you can make as far as, okay, it's time to go. Should I get a condo? Should I get a home? Should I rent somewhere else? You know, a lot of y'all will be focused on that because something is not working for you here. And that's just fine because like I said, you had the, what was it, the sun. Well, it went back in the deck. I'm not going to tank the cards by going through it, but you guys seen the sun that came behind it. Something's going to work out in your favor. The sun is the most positive energy in tarot. So it's going to work out in your favor. It just seems like right now, this is the journey that you're on. And you're very uncertain about that. But I'm going to say a great season of manifestation is definitely here. This is confirmation. Hell, all of these rabbits, you got a rabbit in each corner. And it's literally in the corner of every single card. So it makes me think about like right in the corner of your eye, you know how you kind of see something, but you're not sure if you see it. It's like you can see it. You can kind of see how things are getting ready to transform, but it's like not full in your face because again, every single rabbit is in the corner, like tucked in the corner. You know what I mean? Tucked in all of this. So it's like you don't even necessarily see that it's getting ready to play out for you, but oh, it is. That's confirmation. And you guys know I always say on the first of the month, you should say rabbit 3 times, rabbit, 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 to bring in and call in luck for the whole entire month. If you didn't do it this month, make sure you put it on your calendar to do it next month. What do you stand to lose from it? You know, you're just calling in and working with the energy. Queen of Swords says, go ahead and call it in. Okay. So let's get a clarifier for this Ace of Pentacles. Universal energies of light, love. Okay, you had one flip down. We definitely gonna take it. And it landed on top of the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So it definitely has to do with a loss of money or feeling like you work too much and you're not seeing the money that you deserve. Also feel like you're investing, because Pentacles are investments. You're investing a lot in something that you feel like you're not getting a return from. Someone's child could be turning 9 because the 8 is in reverse. So somebody's child could be turning 9. That year and 8 is over. You have a 9-year-old. I'm also getting something with school, like your child is like finally making friends or getting comfortable. And it's like, you know that you want to relocate, but you don't want to strip this child or remove this child from this environment because they're happy there. But, you know, Spirit is saying like the child will be okay. You know, if you watch my channel, you know I'm big on advocating for children. So we don't want to do things to make your children uncomfortable. But I feel like this next situation is best for you and your child will get that soon enough. Now, whenever a card is face down, it's something that's unknown to us. So whatever this is associated with either what's stopping you from obtaining this Ace of Pentacles or what's going to help you along the lines of establishing this Ace of Pentacles. And also keep in mind, aces are associated with something brand new coming in. It's big. You see how huge that pentacle is? It's going to be big. The Devil. So this is what's stopping you. Or this is what was stopping you at one point. Because again, I feel like that's transitioning. It's interesting also because the Devil is Capricorn. You do got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of y'all may have been having a horrible time financially since Capricorn season, December, January time frame. So if we're talking about recent Capricorn energy, that would be December 2024, January 2025. Let's also keep in mind, in the Refugee Camp All-Stars, the group, we did have a Capricorn also. So somebody definitely is a Capricorn, Sun, or definitely Venus. And then I also feel like for a lot of you all, since Capricorn season, you've been going through some challenges. A Capricorn person that you were connected to, because they're bound here and have some type of soul contract, may have been what was blocking your abundance also. Something definitely didn't work. Okay, there could be a marriage or a relationship that is just keeping you bound in a very unhealthy way. Everything associated with the Devil is associated with toxicity, wanting to have control. That's why he's bigger than them. He's like, they're puppets to him. Somebody may have allowed someone to pull the strings in their life, blocking them from abundance. But again, I'm going to say, path is opening for you, and all you need to do is decide to step on it. Okay, he's in the grass. They're telling you all you need to do is step on that path and trust that you will be protected along this journey, and you're going to be just fine. bottom of the deck, and you will have everything that you need. Hello. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. You won't see it until you take that leap. You got to step. It's not that far of a step over. You got to take that first step. There's some fear, because the devil invokes fear or tries to force fear. Look how he's looking, trying to be menacing, trying to be intimidating. Some of you are intimidated by change. Some of you all are very intimidated by change, but I feel like, again, that's shifting. That's very much shifting. Let's see what's at the back of the deck. The Lovers. See, the Lovers is the light side of the devil. You got the angel, devil, the two people. You got in reverse. So for some of y'all, it's something with a relationship, like you know, this is very much associated with Venus too, to a degree. I mean, I know this is Gemini, major arcana, and that's Mercury, but it gives that Venus energy also, because this is like an Adam and Eve energy here. And I feel very strong, like, because this is in reverse, somebody is in an unhealthy relationship that's keeping them stuck. If there's children involved, I understand, because I do, you know, again, with all these rabbits here, it's something about children. It does tie into why someone may have stayed in a relationship or is currently still in a relationship. But it's like, if you're not happy, what are you doing here? And look at the number. Again, there's a very strong affiliation with the number 6. This is Gemini. We are in Gemini season. Let's see what's in front of that. Knight of Swords. Someone feels like they don't have a lot of fight in them, because upright, he's ready, going for it. In reverse, someone feels like they don't have a lot of fight in them. I'm going to tell you all what I'm getting right here and what they're telling me to make you aware of, okay? Life is definitely about to get sweet for you all. Again, a great season of manifestation is surrounding you, but you have to tell fear to kiss your ass. You got to get it up out of there. You got to get that fear out of there. You have to detach from things that are keeping you bound. Now, for some of y'all, like I said, it's a relationship. For others, it's an unhealthy work environment. Somebody is working in a capacity that's unhealthy. Like, say, for instance, if you work in a factory, there could be chemicals that you are working in that is like slowly but surely making you sick. For some of you all, and I do not claim that for anyone, but I have to say it because I've never gotten that message before. Pay attention to that. There could be a living environment where this is creeping me out, but I'm just seeing it, like somebody may live where there's black mold. You got all the black back there. Like, your living environment, it's not working for you and it's unhealthy and it's making you ill. Someone may say, well, I can't get out of it right now because I don't have the money to relocate. So I'm stuck in this contract. You know, you may have a 8 months left on your contract or your lease or something like that with where you're living. But they're saying, like, something's going to happen. All you have to do is take that leap. Find ways. There's always a way. I tell people this all the time. Don't say what you can't do. There's always a way out of something. It is. I don't care what people are saying, because if you're saying no, then you are already defeating yourself. Nobody has to defeat you because you're defeating yourself. So don't say that. There's always a way. When you trust that you are divinely protected, it will be made to where you're able to get out of a situation that is unhealthy for you. Because how can you live in your divine purpose if you're unwell in any capacity? Financial wealth, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health. If you're not healthy, how can you live in that abundance? How can you take the first step? Because you're too busy focusing on another area, needing to take care of yourself. So also, a lot of people don't look at anything positive with the devil, but the devil is absolutely, it spearheads. The devil energy spearheads, and it has tunnel vision. You see how he's looking at us like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you. So this is also one of those energies of obsessiveness. For some of you all, you need to really, really have strong focus. You see how the focus is so strong? You really have to have strong focus on your goals. And I know a lot of people are not going to like that. That is an ending card. I can feel that energy. So let's see what we get here. The Empress. And remember, that's our major arcana here. Some of you all are not calling in, and you're not trusting that abundance is yours. And that's what's blocking you. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why that devil showed up there. 5 of Pentacles, but you will not experience lack. 5 of Pentacles are bright as lack, loss, abandonment, and being left out in the cold. Again, you have somebody walking away from someone and they're chasing behind them. You got to stop allowing this person to come in, because they're bringing you down. Your environment, the people in your environment, it will bring you down. And I'm going to say also with this, whenever you have the Emperor and the Empress in reverse, that's a divorce. And if you weren't married to this person, that's a separation. Like I said, especially with this coming in the back, some of you all, it's like, you're going to realize that this person has been holding you down. This career has been holding you down. I'm also getting that someone fears being alone. Someone fears journeying through life alone. So it's like, I'd rather, what's the saying? I'd rather stick with the devil I trust. You know what I mean? In other words, like what you're familiar with. I know that's not the exact wording, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather, you know, stick with the devil that I trust, or the devil that I know, than get out there and go experience something all over again and start another journey. So either way it goes, why would you want to be stuck with this energy? They're saying like there's blessings that are coming in for you. It's here, it's available. Regardless of this energy, straight up, you got 3 damn rabbits here. That talks about luck being on your side, abundance being on your side, fertility, and not just actually giving birth, but also giving birth, like physical birth, but giving birth to new transitions, giving birth to new situations that are better aligned for you. That's all. It's here already. You simply need to accept it. So as far as your home life, somebody may be relocating, or someone is like, okay, I just deserve a better living situation. It's time to go for it. It will be available. The money will be made available. Someone's work situation is not the best, or you could be working in a toxic environment. Someone feels like they're stuck in a contract, or legally you are, or at least you think you are. I feel like there's a way to get out of it, because upright, he's focused on just, okay, I have to do this work. In reverse, I feel like there's a way to get out of certain things. Like, say, for instance, you do have a situation where you're renting and there's black mold. Baby, you can get the fuck up out of there. They can say whatever they want to. That's grounds to get up out of there. Straight up. And if it's not a situation where something like that, it could just, like I said, if you're constantly paying for plumbing issues, this, make sure you are keeping all your receipts. Okay? So that you can have proof and say, like, you know, you haven't been doing what you need to been doing with this property or whatever. Get me up out of here and I won't write no fucked up review for you or something like that. It's ways out of everything. And that's not even a shady way. That's real. No one is meant to be here to suffer and struggle and go through hardship. That's not what we come here for. Although we experienced it at one point or another in our life, and possibly multiple points in our life, that's not what your whole life is supposed to be about. You're meant to go through some things, because that's character building. That's spiritually, you know, it helps you elevate spiritually, but you're not meant to go through that throughout your whole life. So if you've been going through some hardships, it could be that you are allowing yourself to stay bound here. Because I want to say this, just like how you hear about vampires, the devil has to be welcomed in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to let your guards down. You have to allow the energy in. He can't just take control. Like, people give negative energy too much power. It can't do anything without our say-so. That's why there's always a contract involved. You know how they say, put your name here on this line. Nothing can be done without your giving it a right, without your consent. So you don't, let me tell you something, another affirmation that you need to put out there, leave it in caps. I do not consent to any negativity binding me to horrible situations. However you want to say that. I do not consent to negativity. I do not consent to any toxic situations in my life. Don't consent to that. That's speaking it out there, putting it out there in the universe. I say all the time, words create spells. So be mindful about what you're saying and constantly put it out there. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching Queen Airbender Tarot. As always, I'm going to ask that you continue to like, share, subscribe. Click that all button. Don't forget, discount reading sale wraps up at midnight my time. Link is in the comment section below. Until next time, take care and be well. Bye.